Hey guys. Hey guys. I couldn't do Monday Night Raw live reaction because my cold was very, very bad and it just wasn't gonna happen last night. But I am gonna do Monday Night Raw review, and of course it's one take, so let's hope I'm not too bad at this. Um, so I just have my notes here as usual. The notes on my phone. You can't see it. You can't see it at all. Oh, wait, it might be coming into view. Hold on, you see it now? Yeah, there it is. Sorry. But there, of course, is notes. I'm not going to read off of them, I'm just using it so I know where I am in the show. But yeah, I'm just going to go right down the line of everything that happened last night and give you my thoughts on it. So, okay, here it goes. It started off right off the bat with a match, and I like the fact that it started off with a match and not a talking segment because it's just, I kind of prefer that, because they did a lot of weeks of just talking all the time, and it was just like a 15-minute talking segment. And so the fact that they started off with a match made me very happy. It was Dolph Ziggler versus Drew McIntyre. Um, I gotta admit, my attention was not all in with this match. Some of the time, half of it was because my cold is just still very bad, but also because it just started off very slow. But there was a fun instance where Drew got to the top and Dolph had to stop him, and he grabbed his foot and grabbed the leg that wasn't over the cage yet, and Drew hit Dolph's legs, and he went down on the mat he went down on the ropes it, not a good place to land. And then a minute later, Dolph did the same thing to Drew, and then Drew went crashing down. And then as they went to commercial, both of them were just riling on the mat in pain from that. So that got my attention. Towards the middle and the end, it was getting very good. With Dolph trying to escape through the cage, and then Drew suddenly bouncing up and chasing him, and then the two Claymore kicks. The second one got the win, and then Drew started to leave, but Dolph, of course, was he's like, "That's all you got? That's all you got?" Starting to get up, and so Drew went and he grabbed a chair, and this freaked me out. I did not like this at all. Is he grabbed a chair from the timekeeper's area. He comes back and he hits Dolph again. Dolph goes down, and then and then and then Dolph is laying there. It's a steel cage. Dolph. Drew takes his chair and puts it in front of Dolph's head, covering his face, everything, just put in the chair. He moves back a few steps, and I still don't remembering this. He just went and kicked the chair into Dolph, making Dolph's head whip into the steel cage, and so his front and the back of his head is probably killing him at this point. Luckily, I was hoping that would be the end of it and that Drew would just leave. Drew got out of the ring, and he proceeded to tell everyone that now that this match had made him and Dolph done. Him and Dolph are done now, according to him, even though I know that's probably not the case, but he says him and Dolph are done now, so okay. And then he said this next chapter was he's proven that he's the best on Raw, but now he wants to prove that he's the best of all WWE. So for that, he's going to go to he's going to go to Royal Rumble and win so that he can fight Brock Lesnar and become the Universal Champion. So, okay, I thought that okay, cool. So he said that, and then he started to walk up the ramp. But he turned around, and that chair, I don't know why, but Dolph randomly set up the chair and just sat in it. which I know what it was obviously for, but oh my god. Um, Drew runs back into the ring, and I'm like, no, not again. Like, I'm just seriously like, Dolph, please stop doing this. You're gonna get yourself killed or something. And like, so Drew comes in. Dolph starts to run towards him, and then Drew just nails him with this kick that just knocks him out for like the final time. And I like got so nervous because it was just like, oh my god, Dolph, you gotta stop doing that. But luckily the match was over and everything was over. So I'm just like, okay. But that whole match was like kind of slowish, but toward the end, I liked the ending, even though I don't even like Dolph, and I was worried for him. It's like, for me, I'm just like, oh my god, I hope he's okay. But other than that, like I like the ending more than the entire match itself, though, but that just worried me. Like, it really worried me. So, okay. Okay, there. Next was backstage. There's a limo pulling up into the arena. And, like, so I saw this limo and I'm just like, who is it? Probably Vince or something. I'm sorry. Got this cough. It won't go away. But, like, I thought it was going to be Vince. But Shane came out just dancing and that made me laugh. And then Triple H comes out. So Shane and Triple H are in the arena tonight. There's a thing, like, toward the end, like, Shane is just dancing around Triple H, and Triple H is just looking at him like, what are you doing? Like, and it's just funny, and it just makes me laugh. Next, some of the superstars, like, start talking about their New Year's resolutions, and the only one I can really remember from this first video was Ember Moon, because her saying that she wants to show everyone what the She-Nom is all about, and she said that she's going to enter the Women's Royal Rumble match, and that made me so happy. Like, I got so ballistically happy when I heard that. Like, I was happy. I liked hearing that. And so, yeah, she said that, and that made me very happy. But yeah, it's just everyone giving their New Year's resolutions, so not everyone, but oh, also the other one is Kurt. He just wanted to have a good year or something, but someone had to remind him of like his shirt of being like, you lose every match, don't you want to like win in 2019? And then he's like, oh yeah, a win in 2019 would be nice. I'm just like, duh. How could you not be thinking about that? See, I'm not too familiar with all Kurt's losses, like, but I remember that first Raw I watched after Money in the Bank when Kurt was out, and they said that he had lost every match, and I was like, well, that's sad. And then I started feeling so bad for him, because then he's still not getting any wins, and they're like, lost 200 and stuff, and I'm just like, well, this is sad. And so the fact that it's like, he has so many, like, zeros on his shirt. And the fact that I guess Kurt wants this storyline and, like, wants to lose every single match is like, are you planning on winning at some point? Maybe? Like, the second he finally wins a match, it's gonna be a miracle. So, and that almost happened. It looks like that may happen. But I'll get into the reason why in a little bit. But first, I wanted to know what Seth was gonna do, considering this is next, by the way. I wanted to know what Seth was gonna do, since the championship rematch clause mandatory rematch clause is gone. Like, I wanted to know what Seth would do next. And so he goes out and he's talking about how, like, he doesn't do New Year's resolutions because life goes by very fast, and so he just wants to stick with the present and go on day to day, but he wants to focus on what's going on there at that time and that night. And last night he's like, I want Dean Ambrose, I want to get my rematch. And I'm just like, but you're not going to get it. I knew he wasn't going to get it. And I just feel so bad about that. But it's like he wants his rematch. So out comes Hunter, who is like, we don't do handouts anymore. Like, we don't hand out championship opportunities anymore. So the championship rematch you thought you were going to get is not going to happen. And then he's like, I don't like the fact that you're asking for stuff. And Seth is like, you think I'm asking. And you think I don't deserve a title shot? And then Triple H started talking about, like, how he wanted to see the Seth who beat him, like, relentlessly at WrestleMania. The guy who, when he didn't believe in him, he beat the belief back in. And, like, all this stuff that he's, like, doing this real motivational speech. And then Seth's like, you want the old guy? You want the guy who was just attacking everyone and all this stuff? And Triple H is like, yeah, I do. And then Seth's like, fine, you'll get it. And Triple H is like, you're going to face Bobby Lashley tonight. And then Seth is like, cool, because anyone who gets in my way when I'm trying to fight him, even if it includes the McMahons, I will take you all down. And it was just, I loved seeing that fire and, like, just that anger and that anguish with him. Like, it was just really cool to see. Like, I really liked seeing that. And, like, Shane came out and he's like, I gotta stop you guys because any more heat, you guys are really going to burn this arena down. And that was lame, but I laughed a little bit. It's like, okay. And then Shane announces that Dean might not even be champion at the end of the night because due to fresh faces and stuff, they're going to do a fresh start battle royal to see who Dean's next challenger will be. And he said that everyone needs to, like, get out of the ring because that match started right now. And the first guy who comes out is Finn Balor, and I get very hyped up because I love Finn. And so just knowing that he was in the match, I immediately, like, I wrote on Twitter, I'm like, I don't care who else is in the match. I'm rooting for Finn. So I just wanted Finn to win immediately. But yeah, let's start after the commercial break. And let's just go through first everyone who was in it, everyone who I could see, and then who I remember. The Fresh Start Battle Royal, it consisted of the Lucha House Party, the B Team, the Ascension, Mojo Rawley, who I didn't even see in there until he got thrown out. I didn't even know he was in there. Kurt Hawkins, I instantly felt bad for him. Zack Ryder, who I guess that was like his first match since all year, basically. So the fact that he finally got the fight is good. Like, I didn't even know he hadn't been fighting a lot, but when I found that out, sorry. But when I found that out, like, last night or something, I was just like, God, let the man fight. But when I saw him, I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. Titus O'Neil, Apollo Crews, Tyler Breeze, Baron Corbin, and, you know, Finn. Of course, Finn Balor. I'm sorry, this cough will not go away. So Apollo Crews just started, like, eliminating a lot of people. He eliminated 8 people that night. And so, like, he got rid of the B Team. And I can't remember who else. I know that Baron Corbin, like, Kurt Hawkins almost eliminated Baron Corbin. And that was really cool to see, by the way. Like, he almost eliminated Baron Corbin. And I was like, you gonna win? Are you really gonna win? And I was starting to, like, get very happy for him, but then Baron, like, tossed him out, and I was like, okay. Like, it was just kind of sad, but it looked like Kurt could, like, get further, and I was, like, rooting for him, because it was, like, his shot, but nope. Finn made it to the final 4, but then he was out, and then it ended up being Apollo and Baron. So, this ended with, like, Apollo gets this kick onto kicks Baron, and Baron literally just tosses himself over the rope. And I'm just like, well, that's not obvious at all. Why? And I'm just that just really confused me, but I was like, oh, okay. So, that happened. Um, but yeah, Apollo won the first Star Battle Royal, and I was so happy for him. And then he got interviewed, and he said this definitely was a fresh start because he was going to go on and become the Intercontinental Champion. And I was like, you go, man. Next, Natalya is interviewed backstage. She talks about how like she fought one of her best friends, Ronda Rousey, last week, and that she like enjoyed the match. And as happy as she was for Ronda, and as hard as the year was in general for her, she knew that it wasn't over, and then she said she is gonna she's gonna fight Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania, and she knows that that's what she said that she wants to fight. No, she didn't say she was going to. She said she wants to fight again at WrestleMania. And she's going to do that because she entered the Royal Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble match. And she's very excited about this. And Nia comes in and is just like, no. And I mean, Nia's just talking trash, whatever. It's like, says something about needing to look behind you or whatever. And then Tamina just hits Natalya from behind. And then Nia and Tamina start like beating up Natalya, and then officials come and break it up and all that, and the commentators are like, wait till Ronda finds out about that. So it's like, I'm like, yeah, but I'm kind of over Nia and Tamina together, honestly. It's just, it doesn't, I mean, I know they're cousins and they're literally cousins and everything, but just as this team, I just don't, this team of, it just, I just don't love it. I'm hoping something happens and it's good this year. Like January 1st, by the way, Happy New Year. Um, but yeah, I just hope something different happens with them, honestly. Um, Back in the ring, Baron Corbin is complaining. Baron Corbin is just, he's angry, so he's just complaining about the fact that he lost, and he's saying that, like, it's not fair, that no one knows how hard it was for him being acting general manager, and it's like, I just wanted him to shut up. And then Elias came out, and, like, he's like, he's talking about how, like, I guess Baron said that Detroit was a rundown city, and Elias, like, disagreed with that, and then Elias is like, I have a song for you, and tells Baron to shut his mouth. And then he just starts singing about how Baron sucks. The usual. But it was nice. Also, instead of, like, starting off with the same song he usually does, Elias, I forget the name of the song, but it was like this Christmas tune that he was playing, and I really liked it. It was nice. So, anyway, Baron gets out of the ring, and Elias is like, oh, okay. So he gets up, he puts his guitar down, he meets Baron, like, in the middle at the ramp, and then they just, like, start fighting. Baron has the upper hand for a little bit, he's throwing Elias into everything. And then they're in the crowd, and suddenly Elias gets control, and then he, like, has Baron wedged between the barricade and, like, this thing that holds stuff in it. I don't really, yeah, that one of those things, and something, he just, like, I don't know if it's, like, a box or a container or what, but he, like, had Baron pinned up against the barricade with it, and he just started hitting Baron, and then they were out of the crowd, and Baron just retreats and starts running up the ramp to the back, and then Elias just starts, like, saying hi to the people in attendance. So it's like, okay. I don't mind. I love this Elias. Like, I can actually get behind this and, like, fully like this, and so I I like this segment. This segment, Elias shutting up Baron made me happy. So then it's announced that Ronda Rousey and Natalya are going to be teaming later in the night against Nia Jax and Tamina, and they're like, and Ronda is going to be furious. And I'm like, yes, she is. So I instantly couldn't wait for that. Then there was another segment of Superstars doing their New Year's resolutions. And Zack Ryder, I felt so bad when Zack Ryder is like, I wanna have more matches in two than one. He's like, I want to have more matches in 2019, and I'm like, oh, that's just sad. That's the only one I can really remember from the second set of like New Year's resolutions from the Superstars. But that was so sad. I'm just like, oh, that's just sad. Then I got very excited because Ember Moon came out. Because it was Ember Moon, Sasha Banks, and Bayley versus the Riot Squad. I was already annoyed the second I heard that because I'm like, can we not do that again? Like, please? Like, no more Riot Squad in them, please. Like, but I should have known after the Riot Squad attacked Sasha, Bayley, and Ember after the match last week. I should have known it was coming this week, and it did, so, yep. Well, it started off a little slow, but the ending is what I really liked about the match. Like, Sasha was down in the corner. Ember got... Ember attacked. Ember, like, went through the ring and stopped either Liv or Ruby. I can't remember which one. But Sarah Logan was down. Bayley went to the top rope and did a flying elbow drop and got the win for her, Sasha, and Ember. And I started cheering, and I got very happy about that. So, it was an alright match. It was just very, very short, and I really wish they would fight someone else for more than 1 week. But other than that, you know. Next, there was a recap of Braun's most destructive moments of 2018. Half of them had Kevin Owens in it, because you know where that storyline went. And I can't wait for Braun and Brock to go at it at Royal Rumble. I'm excited to see that. Like, I'm really looking forward to that. Next was Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley. Bobby had a lot of offense. Seth had some offense. Every time Seth had offense, Leo kept, like, talking to him or getting on the ring apron half the time, and I was getting really annoyed because I was just like, just stop. Finally, Seth had control. He goes up to the top rope. I don't know what he's about to do, but Leo gets on the ring apron again. And this time, Seth loses it. He gets down. He starts chasing Leo. He grabs him and ends up slamming him into the barricade. But then he turns into a spear from Bobby. But when Bobby has his back turned, Seth grabs a chair, and this gets him disqualified. So he's now just whacking everyone. Leo and Bobby are in the ring now. Like, he has them in the ring, and he's just hitting them with the chair. Bobby rolls out. He throws the chair away, and then he looks at Leo and just curb stops him. And I'm just like, I love it. I love seeing it. Like, I really love seeing it. So that made me happy. I don't know if this was exactly next. I'm a little foggy on some of the backstage segments, like the order that came in. So if this is wrong, I'm sorry, but I have here Natalya and Ronda are shown backstage. They show Ronda first, and she's sitting on one of, like, the supply things, and she's just doing this, and she's staring at the camera, and she is livid. Like, she looks like she wants to kill somebody. And then Natalya just looks very nervous and just pacing back and forth. But everyone's like, Ronda is going to kill Nia. And I'm like, uh-huh. So that made me so excited to see that. There's one more thing of superstars sharing their New Year's resolutions. The only one I remember the most from this last was Sasha and Bayley. Because they're talking about, like, how they want the tag team championships in 2019. Sorry, 2009. Wow. In 2019. And Bailey's like, who's my partner gonna be? And Sasha's looking at her like, hey. And Bailey's like, my best friend, the boss. And then, that. So that was cool. That's okay. I'm not really looking too forward to women's tag team championships, considering they're not doing the best stuff ever with the men. So I don't know how they're gonna do with the women. But then it's announced that John Cena is returning to Monday Night Raw next week, and I'm excited for that. I would love to see him. I mean, we're gonna see him today on SmackDown Live, and I'm looking forward to that. Cause it's very cool seeing him. I really like to see him, so that's gonna be fun. And then there's another promo of their On Their Way promo. The one that shows Lars Sullivan, Heavy Machinery, Lacey Evans, EC3, Nikki Cross. And I'm over the promo thing because it's every living week. I wish I would just stop for a little bit and just, let that simmer for a little while, because I know those two are coming, and that promo was very nice, but just hold off on that promo for a little bit and just try to get a hold of what you're doing right now. But I will say, I really do want Nikki and Asuka to feud. I really want that. I so badly want that. I need that. Sorry. I'm wearing my Asuka shirt because of SmackDown Live tonight, so obviously you know who I'm going to be rooting for in that situation, but... Okay, sorry. Okay, get off topic here, but... Yeah, it's just show the things. I'm most excited for Nikki Cross to show up, honestly. I thought I was most excited about Lars Sullivan, but I'm actually very excited for Nikki Cross to show up. Because I feel like she's going to go to SmackDown Live and rejoin Sanity. So, and I would love to see that. So, Next, Jinder Mahal and the Sim Brothers versus Heath Slater and Rhino. I mean, the match was okay. There was not too much stuff going on. Heath had offense, Rhino, but it ended with Jinder getting the Colossus on Rhino for the win, for the pin. He tried to get in the ring, but he didn't get there in time, and so Jinder and the Same Brothers won. Not really much to say about that, so I'll just end it there. Dean's backstage. He says Apollo, has his fresh start, but he's gonna, give this great start of his a very sad ending. So it's okay. It's announced that Bobby Roode and Chad Gable are defending their Raw Tag Team Championships next week on Raw against the Revival. I'm interested to see that match. To see the Revival actually get a match like this, it would be cool to see how this goes. Then it's Dean Ambrose versus Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental Championship. This match was awesome. It was actually a really good match for me. Apollo got a whole lot of offense in at multiple times, many near falls, and it was only a 10-15 minute match maybe, but it was very, very good. Even though it ended because Apollo went to, I forget if it was a frog splash or something, but he went down to do it to Dean, and Dean got his knees up, and then just quickly gave Apollo dirty deeds, stood for a second, or just laid there for a second, and then went and covered and got the 1-2-3 and retained. So, but I would like to see Apollo in another match, in more matches this year, because that was a very good one. Alexa Bliss is outside the arena, and she's talking about how she's gonna miss managing the women's roster on Raw, but she said she made history, and how much history did she make? As her time doing that, what history did she make as that lady, as being in charge of women, being in charge of the women? Because all I really remember is her doing those press conferences over a couple weeks ago with Bailey and Sasha, and I mean, I know she was team captain in Survivor Series and stuff, but it's what? But okay. if you remember, like, tell me, please, because I'm, like, having a bit of a brain fog. I don't know if I just don't remember if it's the cold or what, but I just don't remember. You can just help me out with that, that'd be great. Also, then she's talking about how, like, she's gonna make more history, because next week is gonna be the start of her talk show, A Moment of Bliss. The second I heard that, I was instantly not happy. But I did get very happy when she said that her first guest was going to be Ronda Rousey. And I feel like Ronda's just going to be, like, insulting her and stuff a lot, and just the thought of that makes me very happy. And she's probably going to be very mad at Alexa, because Alexa's like, I know you like to dress like Roddy Piper, but you need to dress appropriately for this. And I'm like, oh my god, just shut up. But speaking of Ronda Rousey, the main event was Ronda Rousey and Natalya versus Nia Jax and Tamina. So first Natalya, like after Nia Jax and Tamina came out, Natalya came out and she was not smiling. She just walked down. Ronda, who's usually always smiling and stuff, she was mad. She just went right down there. She gives a little nod to Natalya. They get in. Then they just charge at Nia and Tamina. Then when the ref gets it under control, they're fighting. Like, Ronda's starting off on Tamina, and she's just going to town on Tamina. Tamina gets a little bit of offense, but, like, then she goes to Nia, and Ronda's like, I want both of you. So, like, Nia gets in, Nia gets some offense, Natalya's tagged in. They do their fighting, and then it's Ronda and Tamina again, and this is where the ending comes in, because, like, Ronda goes to get the armbar, and she's trying to lock it in, and Nia, like, does this leg drop. And it looked like Ronda was just knocked out by this. Because, like, Natalya does this, kicks Nia, and then does this, like, discus clothesline on her to get Nia out of the ring. But then, Tamina comes and tosses Natalya out. They show Ronda, it looks like she's out, like completely just out. Tamina goes for the pin, but at 2.5, Ronda suddenly moves and just like gets her shoulder up. Tamina's frustrated by this, so she goes to do something, and then Ronda turns into an armbar, and Tamina quickly taps. The match is over. Ronda and Natalya are hugging, they're celebrating, and then the announcers talk about what's to come next week, showing the matches and John Cena returning, and then they go back to the ring, and the show ends with Ronda and Natalya just hugging and celebrating and talking to each other. For some reason, I kept thinking that Natalya was going to turn. I don't know why. But I just keep thinking, like, the second she turns, it's going to be the most devastating thing ever. You know, I just feel like it's going to be a very hard thing for... I just feel like it's going to be a very, very hard thing for Ronda to handle. Sorry, I keep seeing my bangs and they just bug me. Yeah, whatever. Okay. But I just feel like if Natalya like turns on Ronda, that's just gonna devastate Ronda, and I just kept waiting for that for some reason, but I just don't even know if I want to see that, because they're like best friends together, and it's so nice. But okay, that was my Monday Night Raw review. A lot of coughing and sniffling. I'm sorry, I still have this cold. I can't really handle that. Can't really control that, but you know, I did enjoy Monday Night Raw last night more than some Raws, but I really hope that SmackDown Live tonight is better. I'll get a review to you either tonight or tomorrow. Either tonight or tomorrow morning, mid-afternoon, but it will be coming. I have other videos that I want to do. I want to do my personal best and worst moments of Monday, of everything WWE from when I started watching weekly the week before Money in the Bank till like last week or so. And because I already have the pamphlet of everything that I want to say, so I want to get that video. I also want to do a New Year's resolutions video, so I will do that within the next few days. But those videos will all happen this week. Just I gotta plan out the days for that. But right now, I don't think I can talk anymore. My voice is wanting to go, so I will see you most likely tomorrow for a SmackDown Live review. So, till then, bye.